I deserve this, okay? I was single and celibate for 10 years. Celibate 10 years. 10 years, no sex. You like books? Welcome to Charlotte's Web, okay? He had to be like, where is it? Dang. If you would have seen me growing up as a fat gay Indian kid, you'd be like, wow, that kid must have a ton of confidence. No, if I could just talk to that little boy, I'd be like, hold on, you fat little bitch, good things are coming. Welcome to the stage, Percy Rustomji! How y'all doing? Are you ready for an Indian queer? You want to see some third world homosexuality? That's actually how I suck dick. And thread eyebrows, it's the same move. Is this too much for the first 10 seconds? Is what we want? Thank you. All my friends are like, every single time, that offensive, that aggressive, yes, okay? I do what I want now because I've done some thinking and I am finally 100% happy. And a bitch is married. I was single and celibate for 10 years. Celibate 10 years. 10 years, no sex. You like books? Welcome to Charlotte's Web, okay? He had to be like, where is it? Dang. And after 10 years no sex, it is hard, and I forgot how much and long it takes to get gay hookup ready, okay? Oh my God, I'm exhausted after, okay? Us Indians are hairy, all right? You like this right here? You should see my back, okay? Same volume, all right? My pompadour goes from here to my butthole, okay? Like a freaking lizard or a, what is that thing from Jurassic Park? That Samosasaurus. So we getting it in now. And I'm telling you, to spice things up, we started role-playing in the bedroom. Last night, I was newly elected Mayor Zoran Mamdani. And my husband was New York. So I dominated his ass on the polls. My sister's all, ew. My sister's here, by the way, hi. This amazing bitch took me out of Orange County, said, you're gonna be a freaking comic, you're gonna live with me and my fiance in a one-bedroom apartment, I'm gonna put you in the pantry. Oh, damn, the good life, okay. She put a bed in the pantry. I was the Indian in the cupboard, okay? And we did it, baby, shooting my first special with a ring. I love you so much. I cannot believe what it took to get here. What it took to get here, because you don't know me. You don't know a bitch's journey. To be me where I'm from is not what you wanted to be. I was born a fat, gay Indian boy in the scariest, most intolerant, dangerous place in the world, Orange County. And if you don't get that reference, here's some of the cast of Caucasia right here, okay? This white lady right here was like, yep, we do not like you, okay? Everybody where I'm from looks like three things: tall, hot, white. Tall, hot, white, like a little town full of Starbucks lattes. That's all it was, right? I remember looking around in Miss Orange County and being like, uh-oh. If I want to do good here, I better get with a program. So I made myself live a straight white life for a decade. Check my Facebook 2008. Check it! Crystal clear blue color contacts. $20 blonde surfer swoopy wig. Puka shell necklace, bitch. Popped Abercrombie or Hollister collar. Such a thick layer of white tinted moisturizer. Look like I dipped my face in angel food cake, like Mrs. Doubtfire. And it sucks because when I finally want to be myself, come out, I had to come out to my Indian parents as gay, and then I had to come out to my white friends as Indian, okay? Which was harder? They were all, of all things, Indian? How long have you known? So after 10 years of catfishing Orange County, I became a guest co-host of Catfish on MTV. I was like, I think I might be the only gay Indian co-host they've ever had. And they're all, duh. They were all, who did you look up to during your formative years? Who did you see on TV? What gay Indians did I see on TV growing up in the 90s? I mean, there's so many. Let me think. Zero. Nobody, okay? You know who I had to look up to during my formative years? And it wasn't even a TV show or a movie. It was a video game. Y'all remember the video game Street Fighter 2? There was a, no, please, we all know you're 40. Okay. There was a random Indian character in Street Fighter 2 named Dalsum. Yes. The straight bros know. Yes. Dalsum, I remember at the time as a little fat brown boy looking up at that screen and being like, finally, this is about to be an accurate portrayal of what it's like to be Indian in America today. I replayed the game recently. What a problematic ass character, okay? Oh, wow. Okay, so let's break it down. So, first of all, he's naked with a loincloth, okay? Okay, I almost wore that tonight, but I was like, okay, no, my husband's here. My husband's here. I'm not that bitch anymore, okay? So his move that these writers have decided, his move was that he can breathe fire, okay? Because we can, all right? Okay. But before he breathed fire, oh, hell no. English ain't my first language, okay? Yes, it is. Okay. Before he breathed fire, how about that? Before he breathed fire, the writer said it is imperative that Dalsum has to say the word yoga before everything. Because that's what we do. We do yoga all day, right? So everything was yoga fire, yoga flame. The white Street Fighter Ken never had to say nothing white before his move. White Ken was never like, avocado toast uppercut. Racism roundhouse. The segregation splits. Hold on. Glad Tupperware. Mayonnaise. Okay. So, if you win your round, the writers have given the characters like a celebratory move that's very indicative of their culture, or so they think, right? So this is White Ken's celebratory move. Yeah. Very white, very cute. Okay. This is honestly what Dalsum, the Indian Street Fighter celebratory move was. Like Indian Thriller. But that is true. I do be doing that after I win an argument. I'd be like, didn't I tell you who's gonna cheat on you, bitch?